How you doing, YouTube? This is Will from Will Development. This is my 215th weekly update. I'll check real quick. Regardless of which update it is, I had a 216th weekly update. I don't know what I just said, but hopefully it was 16. Regardless of all that, I had a pretty decent week this week. I have actually started reintroducing the belt into a lot of my lifts. I was able to hit 145 for 5 on strict press, and I actually hit 305 of totally on my own on bench tonight, so that was exciting for me. Deadlifts are working themselves out, let's just leave it at that. And my squats are actually getting better too. I'm focusing dead nuts on just form, because my back, it was hurt, it was injured, and I feel like if I want to rehab it, I need to do everything properly. Part of that is keeping me back from deadlifting a lot more weight, but that's sort of why I reintroduced the belt, because I'm like, you know what, if it allows me to use a little more weight and keep proper form, or just do more reps with X weight while keeping better form, I'd rather do that. And that was sort of the approach I took with my squats as well. And that being said, the squat form is looking a lot better. The weights are nowhere near where I want to be, but their quality is a lot better, and that's what's more important to me. I want to be to the point where I'm doing 315 for 5 and they look perfect. Right now I'm I just picked a number of 275 to sort of do for 5s and make sure those looked perfect, and it was rough, but I managed to keep really good form, which is good, and I'm just going to slowly just build up again, and that's totally fine by me. I've got nothing but time. It's not like I'm training towards something specific right now, and so we're I'm just sticking to that, and I'm just appreciating the fact that my pressing power is going up in a consistent fashion instead of just sort of peaking and then falling super low. So my consistency of my pressing is definitely working out for me. What I aim is for a baseline of strength to go up, at average. I talked about this a couple weeks ago, but I want my average strength to go up, especially on my pressing. I want to be able to lay down and do 275 for 5 any day of the week, you know what I mean, or at least 225 for 10 or 12, and it not be killing me. Tonight I did 225 for 10, and it was pretty easy. I felt like I had 2 or 3 more reps, but I knew I wanted to build up to a heavy single. And I'm sticking with quality now. Last week I went for a 315, just kind of went for it, even though my 310 was a little rougher. And it was you know what? I'm managing to keep really good form all the way up until X weight, so let's just bump that number up by a little bit. And that's what the new program and the new protocol is going to be. Starting to rewrite my program probably this weekend, because my 6 weeks are up. My deadlift didn't do what I wanted it to, my squat didn't do what I wanted it to, but both of my pressing strengths did exactly what I wanted them to do. So I'm not necessarily going to focus more on squats, probably going to focus more on deadlifts and my pressing, because I do want to be strongman. I want to be strongman. And there's not a lot of squats in that, so as long as my squats just sort of stay around the other numbers, I'm fine with that. But I need my focus to be more on my overhead pressing especially, and my deadlifting. So I'm going to start doing some more accessory work for my deadlifts especially, and going to be treating bench, once I hit my 315 goal and it looks pretty clean, I'm going to start treating bench more of as an accessory rather than a primary for my overhead. And so far they've been working with each other very well. So I'm going to keep that rhythm going until that stops working for me. Other than that, not much else to say. Be sure to check out my week of videos, my 2 videos as I call them. They come out every Wednesday morning. I set them at random times somewhere in the morning between 12 and 2 a.m. That's all there is to that. But be sure to subscribe so you can see those, get a look at my training. Usually it's 4 videos from the week, unless I have an absolute dog shit training day and just no, none of this needs to be shown. That's what happens. That's what happened. You can also follow me on Instagram to see them go up the night of my training, and also check out what's going on Saturdays at the gym where we do strongman Saturdays over at Prime Strength. Well, at least I do strongman. Other people just sort of do the normal training, but I'm always doing something strongman oriented. And this next few weeks, I'm just training yoke, just over and over and over and over in yoke, because I like yoke. It's one of my favorites, and it's one of those ones that it's hard for me to get better at quickly. So I know I need to keep it in there as almost a pocket event that I need to work on over and over and over. You know, versus like, say, farmer's handles, where I've always been really good at farmers because I have a good grip. You know, I grew up on basically a farm, so it's like things with grip, I've never worried about them ever in my life. It's just nothing to it. You know, for me, the farmers, the hardest part was always just picking the goddamn things up. But if I can pick them up, I can move them. It's that simple. And I can get usually at least the full course. I think I've only dropped farmers once in my life when it was like super heavy. Yeah, I think I've only dropped them once ever when it was super heavy. And that's cool. That's, you know, but that's the reason why I'm working on yoke, because yoke is one of those ones where it's like, with farmers, I was always able to put like 5 pounds on almost every week. Never really hit plateaus with it when I was training towards comp or whatever. But now with yoke, it's like I hit plateaus, it goes up, it goes down. You know, it's a very grueling event in my opinion. Not like farmers, which are, you know, just a walk in the park. But if you don't think farmers are a walk in the park, why don't you let me know in the comments section? And if you don't, then what's your excuse?